Sorry. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to wash a car. What is up everybody on YouTube? My name is Joey. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not new, thank you for returning to our little team of 125 subscribers, I think. Today the video is going to be me showing you how I wash my car. Now this is not like a crazy car wash, how to like detail your car. This is just a normal maintenance wash, something that I'll do once a week whenever I get the chance to wash my car. If you're expecting like wax or polish or anything, just skip the video. This is just how to wash your car, keep it clean and keep it looking fresh, you know? This is what we're working with today, my 2018 Ford Focus ST. It rained last night. It's a little bit dirty. It's been like a week and a half since I cleaned it, so I figured today's the day. So obviously to wash your car you're not going to need too many supplies. Of course you're going to need a wash mitt. Definitely get one that is a microfiber one with all these little, I don't know, strings I guess attached. Don't get a cheap one. Definitely is worth the money. Two buckets, one for just soap and one for all water. You definitely want one just to rinse off the soap and all the dirt and then keep that in one bucket while you have just all clean and soapy water in the other bucket. The next is soap. I try to get one that has just regular wash and wax in it. You don't have to get one like this. I do recommend it, but it all depends on what you're trying to do. For just a maintenance wash, I'm using this one. Then I have two brushes. I have one for the inside of the wheels and like the outside of the wheels. Then I have another brush that's just for the tires. It's kind of like a more stiff bristle brush, while this one's just real soft. For drying, I try to use an air blower. I realize everyone's not going to have something like that, so you can use, you know, just regular microfiber towels, or they do make drying towels out there, which are these big towels that have basically the same thing that this has on it, but it's on a huge towel. So this is basically my car washing kit, if you couldn't tell. But yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. So first step, obviously we're gonna fill this orange bucket up with soap and water, and then we're just gonna fill the blue bucket up with only water. So the first part of the car that we're actually gonna wash is the wheels, just because you don't wanna have a clean car and then you wash the wheels and then some of that dirt gets back onto the car. So wheels are coming first. So obviously the first thing that you wanna do is just rinse off the wheel. So like I said, for just the wheels, I don't really use much. I only use these two brushes, one soft, one kind of stiff. Also, I'm not a car detailer, so don't come at me. I'm just showing you how I wash my car. First thing I do, I usually just take this soft, wow, I can't speak English. But I usually take this, dip it in the soap, and kind of just go crazy on the actual tire. And then with this one, the softer one, I go in the soap again. And this one, I just kind of go all the way around the wheel. And then again, don't forget, dip it in the bucket with all water, or the dirty water bucket, and that's it. Then you want to just rinse off the wheel. And then there you go. Now your wheel is all nice and shiny and clean. Now we got to do the rest of the three wheels and the entire car. Since my brakes are smaller in the back, I'm actually able to get all the way through to the entire wheel with this, so I use it to get, you know, real deep back there and get all that brake dust out of there. If you can, do it. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so now that all of the rims are clean, all the rims are sparkling clean, because you just did a great job. Now you want to just give your car a full rinse down, you know, going from the top to the bottom. You want to get all that loose dirt. If you have anything, you know, where the windshield wipers are, definitely be sure to take that out, because it's a lot harder to get out wet than it is dry. We're going to get to rinsing the car now. Another thing that I forgot to mention, I'm using a hose with a nozzle that has like a shower head. If you do have a power washer, it's 100% definitely better to use a power washer. Do not get too close to the paint, because you actually can chip the paint, because the power washer is really strong. Stay at least like a foot away. With the hose, don't even worry about it. It's not that strong. So now we're gonna get down to actually washing the car. So grab your mitt, whatever you're using. Hopefully it's one of these. And most people, I feel like they would want to do, you know, a circle motion when they're washing the car. But definitely that's a huge no-no. Definitely do not do that. Any little rocks or anything that you miss when you were just rinsing it down, they get trapped in here. And when you're actually doing those circles, that's when you get those circular, you know, scratches. You actually want to go either horizontal or vertical when you're washing your car, just because if it does scratch, those scratches, straight line scratches, are a lot harder to see. So just be mindful of that. Side to side. Now that the top part of the car is done, now we're gonna get to the side. So I'm gonna do each side separately. I'm gonna do the driver's side, then I'm gonna do the passenger side. Also, something I forgot to mention, if it is really hot and you're not doing it in shade like I am, definitely keep wetting your car periodically throughout the entire wash, because if you don't, it's gonna get, if the water dries on the car, you're gonna get watermarks, and when you dry, it's gonna look real bad. It'll still be there. Can I see the buckets? Oh. But this is kind of what I meant by halfway. I'm kind of reaching the door handle, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dump my mitt into the rinse bucket and then into the wash bucket. Also, if you have a grit guard, or you were thinking about, oh, why don't you use a grit guard? I don't use one. I probably should get one, but I just don't use one. But they're definitely good. They're kind of these little guards that like you're supposed to rub the mitt against just to get any extra dirt out of there so it falls to the bottom. I don't think you need one, but it's good to have. Depending on how dirty your car is, when you get to the real bottom, once you wipe that part once, you don't even want to touch the rest of your car again, because if there is any extra dirt or anything trapped down there, you don't want to bring that to the rest of your paint. So usually what I do is I flip to the other side and then I'll just do the bottom. And then the last step is to rinse. Now onto the other, almost fell. Now onto the other side, the exact same process, rinse top to bottom with the soap. You know, flipping the mitt when you need to, rinsing when you need to. Yeah, and that's it. It's pretty much the same exact thing you guys just saw. Oh my God. I just had it on the jet stream. That might damage your car. If you do that and there's a chip in your paint, this can make it a bigger chip. Look at this. Do not do that to your car. Use a much more gentle setting, like shower or something like that, like this. That's what I was saying with the power washing thing. Just be careful with the paint. People might think that all these steps are for like luxury cars and this is too much to just wash your car, but for me this is the right way to do it. If you're gonna do something, do it the right way. I don't know, I'm just showing you guys the way that I wash it. Again, this is just advice. If you don't like the way I wash my car, then get the hell off the video. So now we're on to the second to last part of the car. This is probably the most annoying part of the car just because I have all these holes here, so it's kind of annoying to get in and out of those and clean that the right way. But yeah, rinse your car periodically and then same exact process. Now we're on to the last and final part of the car to wash. It's probably my favorite, the back. This is probably the dirtiest part of my car. So, like I was saying before, this dirty thing that you saw before, you know, I don't ever touch my paint with something like this. But for my exhaust tips, since I'm done with all the soap and everything, I'll get it like this. And I'll just kind of clean this quick. You never ever want to touch your paint with something like this. All the stuff and little contaminants in here will definitely put big scratches in your paint. Now we just have to rinse it off and then get to the drying process. So with your fresh, new, clean microfiber towel, you always want to remove these just because they can get caught and actually scratch your paint as well. So use this. Usually I just kind of fold it, or you could do the whole layer, it doesn't matter. When you do it, you can kind of just lay it on your paint, and then again, everything you do with the car, you want to do either like this or like that. So I'm going to be going up and down. So one pass, flip it, another pass, and that's it. Look, this takes a lot longer to do the entire process, obviously. Now I'm going to get to the real way that I drive my car, and I'm sure some of you guys are going to laugh. I know that it's so ridiculous that I use this huge thing to wash my car, but you have to understand, it's in the garage that I use it once a week for the grass. This is just easier for me. They do make car like air blowers that you can use, and they're not that expensive, or you could just use, like I said, the big towel, or they have like wringable towels that are really good and they work really well. My neighbors laugh at me. If you're gonna do this, they're definitely gonna laugh at you too, but I just don't give a f. Now there's one last step that I'm about to show you guys, and then we're done. So for tire shine, I'm gonna be using this Tire Shine Extreme. It's supposed to last weeks. It doesn't last weeks. This is the edge of a sponge. I just cut it. I didn't want to pay all that money for one of those, you know, applicator pads. So what I do is I just do a couple sprays on this, and then it'll look like that, and I just kind of go around the whole tire, making sure that I have good coverage over the entire tire. And again, you want to do this on a dry tire. So if you dried your car with the towel, you're probably gonna have to wait some time for the tire to actually dry for this to last quote unquote weeks. So I used the blower, so I should be fine. It should be dry, but you can already tell how much better it looks with the shine on. Look, this is the tire that I just did, nice and shiny, has that wet shiny look. And then this is the tire that I haven't done, the dry tire. I don't know, this looks pretty boring to me. So if you did all these steps right, you should have a car that looks somewhat like this. So that's pretty much the video on how I like to wash my car using the 2-bucket method. I hope that you guys liked the video and hope that you got to learn something out of this video. If you did like the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Every Friday, do not forget, it's Fridays, not Thursdays now. If you didn't see the last video, put it up here. I'll see everybody next Friday. Don't forget to tune in. I'm out for this one.